Yo, what's good with y'all boys? I'm back. It's day 2. We're here again. We're trying to make it to about day 7. We're starting out slow. We're taking small baby steps. Okay, today's topic is going to be one that is going to invigorate you. Is going to really show you what semen retention gives you in terms of just your mental and your subconscious. Today's topic is impulse control. Now, what is an impulse? You probably know what an impulse is. If you don't, it's basically just an urge. You know, when you get the urge to eat, when you get the urge to drink something, you get the urge to do anything, that is an impulse. You are getting impulse to do shit. I don't even know if that's a word. If that's a word, put it down below. If it's not, I don't even know. But look, impulses are very important on this journey. The determining factor is your ability to navigate through your impulses. To navigate through your impulses with discipline and awareness and respect for your own self. Now, you might be saying, "Oh, you're on day 2. You're a fucking rookie. You don't know anything." Well, I've been doing this for a little bit. I would say about 8 months to a year. Started like senior year of high school. I really started like as a long ass streak. I mean, just knowing about it and really trying to implement it. Took a 3 month. That was like my longest streak. Right now, I'm trying to get back on the track. So we're gonna get with the first point about impulses control. How a relapse affects your impulse. Now, since the last relapse, we're not going to talk about the date. You don't need to talk about the date. It's already passed. We are already what we need to be. We are all that is. We are already what we need to be. But how does it affect your ability to have a good impulse control? Now, say for example that you're hungry as shit and you want to order DoorDash. You want to waste your money. And I literally just canceled the DoorDash membership because I didn't want to order that shit no more. And I'm gonna tell you, the delivery fees are fucking insane. So I ordered that after relapsing, mind you. I normally don't order DoorDash that often. I would say every once a month here, right? I ordered DoorDash, I think 3 times in that span of, I think, about 3 days. Mind you, I was sick, but at the same time, there's no excuses. I ordered DoorDash about 3 times. My ability to discipline myself, to save my money, to be able not to give in to the pleasure of eating something for a temporary satisfaction and push that shit to the side to understand that I need to save and discipline myself within my own finances. It overrided that shit. And you know why it did? Because my mentality was weaker. My impulse control was weaker. Why? Because of a relapse. That's what happens, bro. You might be saying, why is this important? Why do I need to know about this? First thing we're going to talk about is money. I have my little notebook here. Money. Now, I just told you a story about, what happened. But with money, it's like you can't be wealthy if you're not disciplined with your money, if you don't have good impulse control. If you're always buying bullshit that you don't need and you spend, let's say, 30% of your check on things that you don't need, you can be spending 30% of your check on financing, on investing, on real estate, things that are going to grow your wealth, things that aren't a temporary satisfaction, things that aren't satisfying your impulses. And that will grow your mentality. It will grow your growth as a person. It will grow your knowledge in any field. Right? So you got to understand that. If you're an ambitious person and you're watching this and you're saying, "Oh, I don't really think semen retention is going to work. I think prostate cancer 3 times a day." Fuck that, bro. It will kill your ability to be ambitious because it will kill your consistency. You can't be consistent with something if you give in to every impulse to go do something else. Say, for example, you're trying to start a clothing brand and you look at this drop shipping e-commerce fucking shiny object syndrome making $20,000 in a fucking month, and you're saying, "Oh, maybe I should try this now." No, bro. Stick to one thing. Your impulses got the better of you. Okay? Look, we're also going to talk about discipline. Very important. See, if you don't have discipline, you don't have anything. Discipline and consistency are the two in the same. But discipline is a little different. I feel like discipline is more of an emotional thing. You know, you're doing something that you don't necessarily want to do. You're allowing shit to happen that you don't want to allow it, not to you, but like for you. You know what I mean? Disciplining yourself to be less prone to anger, more peaceful, more calm. That's real discipline. You know, you can't have discipline when you're fucking up your nervous system and losing your ability to have control of your mind. Let's get to the third point. How to improve and develop control over your impulses. How do you do that? Now, I've experienced a lot of improvement on my impulses when I do a long streak, or when I'm meditating daily, or when I'm eating the right foods, or when I'm exercising every day. That's when my impulses and my control over my mind are the most stable. I would say when you get over about 2 weeks in the semen retention, then you start to really get the baseline of what you need to be on just daily. Like that's the baseline that you should be at. You know, 2 weeks might seem like a long time. It really isn't. It really isn't, but it might seem long to you. So those would be the tips on how to improve your impulse control. You have to be disciplined. You have to be aware. That's the first step. Because if you're unaware of what you're doing, if you're spending and you're not aware of how that could affect you or how it will affect you in the future, there's no control. It's just doing. You're just doing shit. You're not even aware of what you're doing. So first, become aware of what your goals want, what you want to be, and what you want to do, and where you want to be. Then implement what you think and believe that you need to do to be able to have what you want and what you need. And the impulse control will come if you desire that enough, if you need that enough, if you're uncomfortable enough, it will come. It will come to you. Believe me, the subconscious mind is extremely powerful. It will come to you. Okay, let me give you a little tip on not even impulse control, but the semen retention. Forget about it, bro. Forget that you're doing it. Forget about pleasure. Fuck pleasure. Pleasure's dead. You're done with that shit. There's no more pleasure. There's no more happiness. It's contentment and it's fucking purpose. You're gonna get pleasure when you should get pleasure out of life, out of doing shit that makes you happy, that makes you feel accomplished and fulfilled, but not in a way where it's not giving you anything, not giving you any benefit, taking your life force away. Listen, boys. Don't let this world fuck you up. Romans 12:2. I don't know the whole verse. Bro, I got a Bible. King James Version. Who is King James? We don't know. But I got a Bible. So I'm like reading it out loud and shit. I'm trying to like get a habit. But, you know, and Romans 12:2 is one of my favorite verses. It said, "Do not let your mind be conformed to this world, be renewed by the transformation of your mind." I don't know how I remember that off the top of my head. I might be a saint. We'll see. But yeah, this is the end of the video. Stay fucking resilient. Stay hard. Pause. Stay resilient. That's a slogan. I'll be saying that a lot. Stay resilient. If you need any coaching, if you need any consulting, the link is down below. The link to my socials down below. Comment day 2. I'm out.